Mashed up music.
Yeah, it's another one of them ones, one of them deep ones. So in this episode, what we're gonna discuss is time travel, portals, and meditation. So when we talk about time travel, is like one quote kind of popped up in my head that made me even consider this topic. The quote stands as, "Today is yesterday's tomorrow." Today is yesterday's tomorrow. That's some deep shit. It's some real shit. But it's really easily understood if you have a better concept of what time is. Now, we covered time and dimensions in the previous video. If you haven't watched that series, I'll wait. Time's up. Yeah, so we all know that time is relative and time is a perspective. But you can also dig into that and really break time down. So if today is yesterday's tomorrow, that means that yesterday is somewhere, right? That also means that tomorrow is somewhere. And it really means that we are somewhere right now. Watching this video, we are all somewhere. So hopefully this video will explain where are we, okay? Also break down some of the things, possibilities and theories on time travel. So let's get to it. Without any further ado, forgive my artwork. I am not an artist, not in that aspect. So, time. Let's draw out this is the United States, supposedly. Okay? We'll say that's South America. Okay? Alright. This is the East Coast. Here. We'll say that it's 9:35 Eastern Standard Time. So, if it's 9:35 Eastern Standard Time, then on the West Coast it's 6:35 Pacific Standard Time. 3-hour difference. This is what they call a time zone. A zone, which means area of time. They're telling you blatantly what it is. We're just not paying attention. So that means that this is a time zone. So there's a 3-hour difference. The Earth rotates counterclockwise. Right? Earth rotates counterclockwise. So what ends up happening is that this West Coast time here moves to where this zone is, and now this 6:35 becomes 9:35, just because the Earth has moved into this area of time. What is not really easily understood is this area never moves anywhere. It's always here. It never goes anywhere. The Earth actually is spinning into this time zone. And the same thing corresponds with the rest of the planet. It's a area of time. But what does area really translate to? Area is a space. So if you look in your home and you need to clear the area, you're clearing space. So area is space. So let's not forget that the Earth is sitting in a area we call space. Space is not a black bowl of jelly. It's time. Okay? Alright. So not only is the Earth rotating, it's also orbiting the sun. Okay? The Earth is orbiting the sun. So it has its own movement around the sun. So it has its own rotation around the sun. So what happens to this area that we call 935 when the Earth moves out of this particular space? What happens? This is when we get days or tomorrow or yesterday. Okay? So if this is, we'll say this is Monday. No, we'll say this is Tuesday. Right? This is Tuesday, 9:35 Eastern Standard Time. When the Earth moves to a certain point around the sun, it will be Wednesday. Right? Okay? And before Tuesday, it was Monday at a different location in space. But remember, this area is still in space. This 9:35 on Tuesday is still somewhere in space. So in theory, or relatively speaking, we can determine exactly where Wednesday 9:35 is when we're in Tuesday. Scientists can see at what point in space is 9:35. This is Wednesday now. This is Wednesday's planet. Make a short version. This is Wednesday, 9:35, 6:35. Wednesday. We can determine where that is in space because we have the proper calculations to see where that is in space. So that is somewhere. This is where tomorrow is. It's somewhere. We can calculate exactly where tomorrow is. Same thing as Monday. We can calculate where Monday was. Monday was back here. So from Tuesday, we can look into space and calculate exactly where the planet was Monday at 9:35. We can do that. So what that means is we can see into time because space as a whole is time. This is all fourth dimensional concepts. That's why they call the first dimension one single plane. Second dimension, two planes. Third dimension, three planes. We've covered this in the last video. The fourth dimension is the plane of time-space. When you look into space, you're looking into time. So we can pinpoint where this is. It's not a problem. This actually exists. It may not be physical, but it exists. So let's just say scientists, NASA, which they all mislead you when they say astronauts, they really should be saying time travelers, because what? They're going into space. You feel me? Real talk, right? Let's just say that they built some type of machine or space vehicle that can fly, right? They can fly. They can fly to this area in space, right? If they did fly there, they may not see anything that's physical, okay? But that does not mean that 9:35 Wednesday is not there. It is there. This is when we jump from fourth dimensional concepts and theories to fifth dimensional concepts and theories. And fifth dimensional concepts involve the possibilities of the future. We'll touch back on that in a moment. I just had to hit that point. Okay? So even if they flew there, they may not see it, but this is there. They would have to have some type of special type of vehicle that wasn't physical to actually get here, but I'll touch back on that later in the video. Okay? All right. So let's go back to Monday. Remember, this is Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's go back to Monday. Yesterday, the day before. So where is Monday? It's back here. They can do the exact same thing, fly here, maybe not see nothing, but guess what? Yesterday exists. How do we know that? Because of we have memories. We have thoughts that are connected to where this was. This is how you know that this exists, because your thoughts are particles.